Sometimes I'm lucky enough to come into possession of a hard-to-find whiskey, and this is one of those times. I happen to have a sample of the Orphan Barrel Lost Prophet. Now, Orphan Barrel is an interesting line. They're part of the Diageo Spirit superstructure and marketed as sort of an elite, premium, rare whiskey, bourbon in particular. So, what it is they basically went around to a lot of closed-down old distilleries or just went around to existing distilleries and found barrels that had never been put to market, gathered them together under one line, Orphan Barrel, and sold them at extremely high prices. Now, this had some bourbon fans put on the back foot a little bit, especially because they couldn't really figure out the specifics of these whiskeys, how charred the barrel was, the aging process in its entirety, and Diageo kept a lot of these details back, angering bourbon fans who were being asked to pay these exorbitant prices. But some reviews have been quite positive, particularly about the Lost Prophet, and when it comes down to it, it is all about taste. So, what does it taste like? Well, the Lost Prophet's a 22-year-old bourbon, so quite an old one, and let's see if it's the hype is really worth it. It smells pretty darn good. It's like this. It's not as woody as you imagine an old bourbon like this. The smell. It smells kind of like honey and like baking spice, almost like an allspice. Maybe a bit of ginger, kind of bright. Maybe some like orange zest. How does it taste? Well, I'll be honest, it's actually really good. It keeps going. So it starts off so subtle, it's ridiculous. I'm expecting this big woody punch, but instead it's this subtle, just like honey, vanilla, creamy kind of feeling. It's got a bit of weight to it. And then it turns and it gets this spicy bitterness to it, almost like a rye. And it finishes with this kind of, this bitter finish, which is not unpleasant. It might be off-putting to some drinkers. I actually like bitter, and brings it to life a bit. Let's see how it goes in the second sip. It's kind of got, like that, this kind of, I don't know how else to put it, but like baking spice to it. Like there's a bit of cinnamon in there, there's a bit of nutmeg. That ginger on the nose, not too candy or fruity, just this really complex, like a bit of black pepper in there, almost a faint saltiness to it too. It's quite interesting. I mean, full bottle of this probably goes for like $200 US. Don't quote me on that, but something like that. I don't know exactly if it's worth that kind of price, but wow, it is pretty darn good. I'll put it this way. If you happen to have this in your possession, you are not in possession of a bad whiskey. Marketing gimmicks or no, Lost Prophet Orphan Barrel is a damn good bourbon. So, just remember, if you do get some, sip it slow.